The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Get freaky, Nick.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll run it again. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll give it to Johnson. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching. Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Clark.
Yeah, we're getting stuck.
There was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
He hurls one deep down the left side.
What?
Intercepted, number 19. He's not.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option
my
is
God.
set to
I think that's
narration
it.
volume set to 100.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, that shit pissed me off.
What a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Gain of about 4.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
And those body blows really
Oh my God.
Hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
What?
The 30, the 20. He's at the touchdown.
Oh, man.
He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go
Oh my God, bro.
Good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Man, I can't believe that shit, dog. I can't believe that shit, dog.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum.
Oh my God, bro.
Your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, create.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Going for it all.
What the fuck?
Dropped it. So
Oh my God.
Interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw.
That's passing
he should have
shit,
intercepted
man.
that, but thanks
Thought I
to the
took
drop,
that shit
the offense
off.
stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davidson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground for them so far. Has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll try it again. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here's the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Sellers on the play action. Under fire. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Going to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. They'll give it to Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Catch in the middle, it's Sellers.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Sellers. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Calls his own number. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Hunt. Turns it on in midfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing, Sellers. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Sellers through the noise. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
The handoff to Johnson. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fakes the grab. Breaks the tackle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Maybe a crease. Ripping through the defense. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put on points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Corners are going to bail. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's open things up with North Texas, taking on the number 22 team, the UAB Blazers. And it's the Mean Green, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game. The victory closes the chapter on a 5-7 regular season. Disappointing, but those seniors go out with a victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to him. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Throwing, Sellers. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Quarterback keeper. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Here's Sellers to throw. Unleashes one deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Throws it deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Nice catch for the 2-point conversion. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Davidson. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Sellers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Now here's Sellers. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll give it to Johnson.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. Motion from the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Four wide out set, three of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working the middle. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Clemson! And the route is on. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Man, I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
And the point after is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Throwing, Sellers. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Back to pass, it's Sellers. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game is going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
The handoff to Johnson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day. But sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football.
Bro, come on.
Was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Sellers from the gun on third down.
What the fuck?
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed up.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Sellers. He's looking deep. And it's his fourth interception of the game. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football.
Got room on the return.
Oh, my God.
Touchdown, Tigers. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Here's Sellers to throw. And
What?
Makes 5
Man.
interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Snags it, and he's open. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Davidson. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Here's the heat. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Davidson. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Good, right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Ohio State trying to look at a big big time. I ain't got the sleeveless but Nick right now.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
I'm back now.
Sellers. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
To the air, it's Sellers. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Oh my God, he would not let me get over there. I couldn't adjust the play.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game. Man, I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's...
He's going for the big play. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well. As